Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, going ain't like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero. Bling, blow.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bass Kenji. I'm gonna tell you about a time I had fun around Halloween with my friends from high school a couple years back. So I was probably like a sophomore, maybe like end of the years. Yeah, I was a sophomore. So, I spent the night at my friend Eric. Yeah, Eric. His house. We're just gonna say his name is Eric, but I spent the night at his house and a couple other friends. And we were just chilling, so they said, hey, let's go to the park and play football. So like, yeah, we go to the park. We decided to go play football, and we're just having some fun, it's late at night. And then Eric's like, hey, I dare you to go pee on that car over there. I was like, hold up. You are telling me to go pee on that car. That car, which is in front of that house, where all the windows are open, and you can't see if someone's looking at them because the windows look a little bit tinted. So you're telling me that you want me to pee on someone's car who may or may not be looking outside the window, which I bet they are, because there's like 6 of us, alright? And we're all teens, so they're probably like, oh, they're up to no good. You want me to go out there, possibly get caught by them as well? He's like, no balls. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go do it. Alright. I'm just kidding, I didn't go do it. Maybe I did. Maybe. Alright. Anyways, so, after that, we're all just chilling. Still at the park, on the benches and stuff. And that's when we decided to ding dong ditch. I forgot who said, I think it was Zach who said it. Zach was like, yeah, let's go ding dong ditch. He was like, oh, heck yeah. So we go to this one house, and it's across the street. And across the street is the house, and then the other side is like a little hill which leads into like the forest that they have in their neighborhood. So basically, as we're there, we're on the wall. We're on the hill, and we're just sitting there waiting. Anyways, we're on this hill, and we're like peeking up above, looking, and there's Zach over here. I'm gonna press the button. And we're like, Zach, come on, press the button, bro. He's taking forever. So then we all just kind of like, mess around, start talking to each other instead. That's whenever we see Zach running straight towards us, and we're like, Zach? He's like, I pressed the button. We all freak out. We all, put our heads low. Now, I don't know why I freaked out pretty heavily, but well, I just didn't want to get caught. So I pushed off like the little hill a little bit, and I landed on top of Tino. Yeah, we'll call him Tino, and squished his little body, and I felt pretty bad. Tino's like a pretty scrawny, short guy, so I felt pretty bad. But yeah, there he was, laying broken, and we're just waiting. And we look up and we see the guy. He comes out, and he's like, "Oh, what the frick? What happened?" And we're like, like laughing because we think he can't see us. Oh no, he saw us because he came back with a freaking like, I don't know, huge LED like light that like can like go like 30 meters or whatever, like 40 meters. You can see 30-40 meters out above it. So he was shining it right on us. Now, I did the smartest thing that you could possibly do. I took off my shirt, and then I started running. We all ran in and got into the woods. As this was happening, I tripped over a rock, landed on Tino again. Tino tripped what was his name? Zach, yeah. Zeno tripped Zach, and we all fell on the floor, and then we got back up and started running again. So after a couple minutes going through the little forest, we finally make it through the forest and into the park, and we're like, oh, we're in the park again. Alright, cool. And we're all just like panting. We're like, oh, that was cool, that was fun, So then we start walking, and there's a certain path that you can go to the park where it's like a little gravel road, and there's like a pond next to it, and then the woods are on the other side. So we decided to go to there, and then we were like telling stories, like creepy stories before when we were going through that gravel road, and then we heard something in the woods. It was like crunching, like someone was like stepping in the woods. We're like, oh my gosh! In that moment, I freaked out. I was like, oh, it's Pennywise. I gotta dip. So I ran fast as I ever could, probably faster than Usain Bolt. No, this is an exaggeration, but anyways. But yeah, make it to the other side. We're just laughing about it. Then we go back to Eric's house, and we're just chilling on his front porch. And then we see a car go by, and we're all like, what the frick? But oh no, we weren't suspectful of it at first, because it's just a car. And then it drove by again, and we're like, what the heck? Didn't he just come from that way? We're like, okay. And we keep talking, and then Eric's like, hey dog, I heard that my brother last week, he was like walking around at night jogging, and there was one car that just kept driving and like following him around, kinda. So I was like, oh, that's pretty weird. And I was like, ooh, what, are you trying to scare me? You trying to think that's the same car? Like, I'm not gonna fall for that, never mind. And then it came by again, we're like, oh my gosh. Now, we decided to leave his house, smart thing to do, and walk farther into the neighborhood to try to lose the car. And it would keep like passing by us, but slower and slower, till finally we got to the point where we just ran all the way back to Eric's house, and decided to camp out there. And that was that. We saw scary movies that night. It was a pretty bad movie. I think it was the ABC of Death. Yeah, it was very weird. It was like a Nazi dog flirting with like a Nazi cat. No. It was like a American pilot dog versus like a Nazi cat in a strip club, something like that. So we turned off the movie, decided to go to sleep. Now I'm sleeping next to Gary. Now Gary, he's a pretty big dude, but yeah, he's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm sleeping next to Gary, and I don't have anything. I don't have pillows, I don't have blankets. Everybody has like blankets and pillows, and I don't know, I guess I just forgot to bring some, but then again, everybody had theirs like from Eric's house. I was like, man, what the. So I just stood there in like 3 degrees, and I was freezing to death, dying. Of course I had my t-shirt off, I don't know why, but so then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take one of Gary's pillows. I mean, he has 2, he doesn't need 2. I'm gonna use one. And he's sleeping, I slip one from underneath him, and I'm like, oh heck yeah, there I go, laying. I'm like, I'm still cold, like my head's elevated, and I feel kind of comfy, but I need a blanket. That's whenever I look over at Gary, and he's sleeping all peacefully. I was like, I'm gonna slide this blanket off of him without him knowing. So slowly I'm inching it off, and then he wakes up and he kind of like looks around, and then I'm like, just kind of like chilling there. He doesn't see me that I'm awake, and he falls back asleep. I think after a couple minutes, he's like completely knocked out, and I rip it off of him and put it on myself, and I'm like there laying down all peacefully. And then he wakes up again. I'm like, oh my gosh, he wakes up again, and I'm like, oh shoot. And then he just kind of like, I could feel him like fall back asleep kind of, but with his eyes closed, and I could feel him like patting his body because he's cold, and he starts to shiver. And then he passes his hand next to me, feels the blanket, and then just rips it off of me. And I was like, gosh dang it. So I turn the other way so then he doesn't suspect it's me that took it off him in the first place. And then I turn back around once I know he's asleep for sure. This man is cocooned like a freaking like butterfly. I'm like, wow, this sucks. So had a good night. Woke up the next morning, allergies, all sick and stuff, and that was about it. 10 out of 10 would do again. But yeah, cool little story time, I guess. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like these type of videos, and make sure you like and subscribe or whatever. It really helps out, and I'll see you next week.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up, open the park pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, green the trigger. Call up the gang and they coming.